Let's learn English punctuation easily. So today we are going to talk about English punctuation. English punctuation is a very important part of English communication because without English punctuation, our sentences and messages will not get across our listeners. And when we write also, if you do not use punctuation marks, then what we are trying to explain or give out to our listener, our readers will not be clear. Whether a sentence is ending or whether someone is making a statement or someone is questioning, nothing will be clear. So it's very important that we actually know what punctuation is. Now, what is therefore punctuation? Punctuation is therefore nothing other but it is the right way in which we should put stops and points when writing something. This is very important because if we are not using punctuation marks in proper places, suppose you want to end a sentence, and if we do not put a full stop, then that sentence is ending or it is continuing is not clear to the people who are reading it. If we are asking a question and we forget to put a question mark, then is it a question? Is it a statement? That will not be clear. The meaning will be not clear to our readers or even our listeners, because when we are speaking, if we are making a question, we have to have that kind of interrogating tone. So it is the right way, therefore, that we need in order to express ourselves through language. So punctuation is very, very important. And we can see on the board the different punctuation marks that we use. We have the comma, we have the semicolon, we have the inverted comma, exclamation mark, question mark, dash, hyphen, full stop, and colon. And if you see, beside every name, the symbol is written. So you should know what symbol is for which exclamation mark. Now, we have to know, just knowing the symbols will not be enough. We have to know how we use it. So, let's practice and be ready. Here you can see on the board various sentences. Okay, a number of sentences have been written. Let's take the first one. What a wonderful dress. Now, wow. So when the speaker says wow, the speaker gives an exclamation mark because he or she is really surprised at the beauty or the grandeur of the dress. And even after dress, there is an exclamation mark. So these two exclamation marks are very, very necessary. Otherwise, without it, the sense will not be clear. So when we are writing it, as well as when you are speaking it, for both, you have to use exclamation. For writing, you have to give the mark. And when you're speaking, you will have to have that tone within you. Next is the next sentence, that is, Sarah, Gina, Tom will go with me. This is the sentence. Now, Sarah is one person, Gina is one person, Tom is another person. So there are three persons over here. And each one of them is distinguished from the other with the help of a comma. And at the end, you can see a full stop. That means this sentence has come to an end. To show this to the reader, the full stop is very, very necessary. As much as it is to put the commas, without which the three different persons cannot be distinguished. Next, we come to the part that is, what is it? Where do you live? And that is a question. It's a WH question. And where do you live? So you are asking something. So you have to mandatorily put a question mark. Next comes what? Next comes, have you seen Jack, said mother. Have you seen Jack, said mother. So have you seen Jack? This is the exact word of mother. You are quoting that. You are just putting that word there. So naturally, you have to put it within inverted commas. Here you can see the inverted commas, isn't it? You can see the inverted commas over here. This is the inverted comma. This is the inverted comma. And you have to give the inverted comma. Without the inverted comma, this sentence will have no meaning because these are the exact words of the speaker, the mother here. Next one is Jack of all trades. here you have two small hyphens. Okay, that is jack of all trades is a noun. So to show that, the hyphens are used. They are small dashes. Next we go to friends, companions all left him. So friends, companions all left him. Friends, again you have a comma over here. And after companion there is a dash. This is a dash. Okay. Why is there a dash over here? There is a dash here because friends, companions, and then the next part says all left him. So this is a sorrowful state of affair, isn't it? So to bring out that feeling and also a new concept, that is, what are you saying about friends, his friends and companions? You are saying that they have all left him. So naturally, you have to put this dash. And the last one, is the semicolon. This is the semicolon. This one. What is it? He was honest, he was saved. So he was honest, meaning this is one concept, and he was saved is another concept. Both are separated by this semicolon, and you know what a semicolon is. You put a dot and you put a comma below. A dot and a comma like this. This is the semicolon. And colon is obviously there. Colon, I think you know what a colon is. Just two dots. For example, if you say answer the following questions, then you put this two dots. Okay. That is a colon. That is a colon. Okay. So these are the, the punctuation marks that we have read about today, and we discussed and we understood. And please, when you speak, when you write, pay attention that you are following and you are using these marks. Otherwise, your message will not carry its due meaning. So this much for today. Next class, we meet again with something new.